everybody. We decided to do something a little bit different this week because, you know, things are kind of heavy out there in the world, and T and I just wanted to have some fun. A little unscripted fun, if you will. So T has kindly compiled for me a presentation of the best trans voice memes that she could find, and I'm gonna react to them. I haven't seen anything, so we're gonna look at them together. Are you ready? Are you ready, T?
I am ready.
Okay. So, wow, this is a full-blown presentation. Welcome to the world of trans voice memes. Section 1, the pit of gender solidarity angst. Okay, so I'm seeing Princess Peach. God, I thought I was wearing my glasses, but everyone, did you actually expect HRT to solve all your problems? Me, kinda. Oh, that is so real. I guess people don't know that HRT, like estrogen anyway, doesn't change your voice. And this is a sad thing to learn. Am I right, T? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Next, maybe I have to make these bigger. You forgot that I'm secretly elderly. Guess my age in the comments. Okay, meme number 2. You ready? Me says anything. Voice dysphoria. Will you shut up, man? I got nothing to say about this. It's just so real. This is a person climbing 4 stairs at a time, skipping over therapy, voice training, and coming out and going straight to HRT. How many of us have transitioned before coming out? I ask you. And this is also a common thing. People don't want to do, I don't know, I've seen 2 schools of thought. Some people do voice training right away because they know how long it takes. Other people have had HRT for years, bottom surgery, everything, and they're like, okay, I better start my voice training. So you know what? We all have our journey. It's all very individual.
Some of us are in between.
Right? So we have our own journey. And every journey is fine and valid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next. Trans masks. What is one of the hardest things about transitioning? Trans femmes, the voice training. Trans masks, the what? Listen, trans masks voice train also. This is fake news. This is misinformation. I don't know, in marketing, we call it problem awareness. Trans femmes are more problem aware. They understand that there's no hormone you can take to change your voice, and so you have to do voice training. But trans masks don't know that hormones aren't the only answer. You can also voice train, you can do them both. There's so many paths. Okay, next, I think we have something from, what's the name of this show?
Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy. The trans girl in my CS course who's been doing voice training, me, a pre-T trans guy, accidentally having the exact same voice as her. Solidarity. I think it's beautiful to sound trans.
Yeah, passing ships in the night.
That's right. We're all in this boat together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
CS is computer science?
I would assume. That would track for both groups.
It really would. Oh my gosh, this is so blurry. Okay, let's see. Cis people. I just hate how my voice sounds over the phone, you know? Trans people. LMAO, yes. It's not the same, Linda. It's really not the same.
No.
Okay, now we have the Joker trying to do voice training. Joker struck by a car, getting embarrassed to speak out loud even though I'm alone. Oh, no.
Is this causing you mental damage?
Honestly, I feel affronted by these memes. I don't want to say just do it, but embrace the silly goose of it all. Because to be cringe is to be free, and we're all gonna die someday. So just voice train.
We're all gonna die someday, Renee, 2025. All
right, next. My voice training when I speak English, cute little anime girl. My voice when I speak German. Yeah. The language thing, you know, people who don't know, I live in Montreal, and I have worked with a lot of Northern Quebec French speakers, and it's hard to feminize that accent. And so I understand when you're not getting the results you want in a particular language, but unfortunately you have to train all your languages individually. Yep. You really do.
I'm having to adjust that with my Japanese as well.
Oh my gosh, and French and Spanish, and
yeah.
you know. Okay, next. We have the red button, blue button. It says, be too dysphoric to get out of bed all day, red button. Blue button, actually try to voice train. And somebody, is this
Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey.
Dr. Robotnik eagerly pressing be too dysphoric to get out of bed all day. No, just voice train. I love you all, and I don't want you to feel dysphoria. So just please, I'm begging you, voice train.
This one I think you might find interesting.
The next one?
Yeah.
Okay. When doing actual voice training makes you too dysphoric to, wait, let me try that again. When doing actual voice training makes you too dysphoric, so just sing along to really high-pitched pop songs and noise-canceling headphones. Modern problems require modern solutions. Honestly, I'm pro that. That is voice training. You can just do that. No notes. Next, we have the anime girl, with the hand forward or with so no, yes. I'm trying to describe these memes because I like accessibility. Okay, so no, not doing voice training because I'm lazy. Yes, not doing voice training because I have a monotone voice. Ooh, these are spicy, T. This I hear a lot from, especially people on the autism spectrum, autistic people. I don't know. There are a lot of ways to do voice training, and also a lot of like women, men, and everything between with monotonous voices and dynamic voices. Like, I promise there's a path for you, okay? There is, for everybody. I've seen many paths. Next meme. Doing voice training, grumpy looking girl, and staying mute and learning sign language. Stop! I've seen this in my comments a lot. People are like, that's it, I'm just gonna learn sign language. Okay, I'm sure the deaf community would be happy to have more sign speakers, so. But also just voice train, please, I'm begging you. Next, section 2, the trans Masc hypotenuse. Let's go. Closeted FTM trying to speak with a deeper voice. Do you have a cold? You sound congested. No, why can't cis people just mind their business? That's what I'm asking. This meme is aggressive. Oh my God. Next. Oh, we've got my girl, Brittany Broski, just released a song on Vivo. Did you hear it? She sounds amazing.
Ah.
Beautiful singer, by the way. This is her origin, Kombucha Girl. I get sick. Being sick makes my voice deeper. That's me. I get excited when my voice is deeper because I'm sick. It's fun. It's like they say with other instruments, like I could just get a new guitar, but I can never put my voice down. But being sick is like you have a new instrument to play with.
Yeah, that's a Benny that the non-binary and trans Masc community get.
That's right. It's fun if you want that.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 3 faces, one wide-eyed, one a little happy, one very happy, and the text is, thinking only trans femmes could voice train, and the only way to get a deeper voice was to go on T, even though I don't want the other side effects. Relatable. Next, a nice person on r/egg_IRL telling me that trans Masc voice training exists. Yay! Find a tutorial/guide on safe trans Masc voice training. Oh my God, that is so cute. Thank you for including this one, T. I hope that I've made somebody feel this way by finding my things and by creating my masculinization course. Because I saw there was like just not that much reliable information on the internet, so. Next, beware of the pipeline. Oh my gosh. A song with low parts. Okay, I'm feeling aggressive. How to deepen singing voice. How to deepen voice. Uh-oh. Trans Masc voice modulation guides. I am trans. Okay. I didn't know this was gonna get so personal.
What do you think trans meme culture is?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's just that sometimes I don't identify as trans Masc because I'm so aggressively non-binary that like I don't feel trans Masc. I just feel very much Renee, you know?
But
then I see this and I'm like, maybe I am trans Masc.
Well, it just shows you the parallels and the journeys, right?
It's so true. It's so true. Maybe you should be sitting here. What the heck are you doing behind the camera? All right, next. Hiding, yeah. Next meme, we got some Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse memes. Chris Sapphire voice acting characters. Me, a trans guy, absolutely loving his voice to the point where I avoid playing the games because not having his voice makes me pain, it makes me sad. Oh. Chris Sapphire is from the Supergiant games. Okay, well, I don't know what that is.
You would actually probably like those. Those are like an appropriate level of video game for you, I feel.
Thank you.
No problem.
I don't game because I have a bad shoulder. I'm serious. I'm sorry, I love game culture. I have a chronic tendonitis in my shoulder.
I do get it. It is just funny, like noting a sports injury.
It's true. I told you, I'm suspiciously old.
Yeah.
No, I even had to give up Stardew Valley because all the crop clicking. Yeah, it was aggravating my tendonitis and bursitis.
That's fair.
What can I say? Next. Okay, excited face. Me, an FTM femboy, excited to eventually start tea. Worried face, remembering that all the males in my family are extremely hairy. Happy face again, not caring because boy voice. Honestly, hairy is beautiful. I love hairiness, hair. Bring it on. The hairier the better, in my opinion. But that's because I'm gay. All right, next. My normal voice sounding like a 9-year-old girl. Wow, this is total and utter trash. Hurting my vocal folds to sound manly. I love it. Okay.
You need to educate the people based on their memes.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I actually get this question a lot, which is like, am I going to injure myself by voice training? How do I do it safely so I can avoid injury? And I always say, like, typically it's not that dangerous, and you have to like really aggressively like wail on your vocal folds before you get into like injury space. But if you're having chronic laryngitis or you're chronically losing your voice, then that can lead to problems down the line. It's the chronic injury that we want to avoid. And we also want to avoid things like smoking. People love to joke in my comments, like, I guess I'll just smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. No! I need trans and queer people to stop smoking and stop vaping because I want you all to live as long as possible. Do you understand?
How are they gonna get their bubblegum fix?
No, T. No.
That is ironic, I do not smoke.
No, we don't smoke. Neither of us smoke anymore. But yeah, in my opinion, I want trans people to be as healthy as possible because we have to outlive the bad people, okay? So do your voice training without cigarettes. Next. You really underestimate what I can see. This is so tiny. Oh, we've got a blahage, or how do you pronounce that?
Blowhage?
Blahage? I think there's a better way to pronounce that. Okay,
Oh, it's blowhigh. That's the way you're supposed to pronounce it. I know, it's worse.
Okay, there's a blowhigh in this, so we know it's a trans meme. Waking up, I need to start voice training. Breakfast, I've got to start voice training. Gaming, I just need to start voice training. Bedtime, can't sleep, I really need to start voice training. Oof. Yeah, just start sometimes doesn't work, right? So sometimes you have to make another plan. So what I always say, if this is you might just need to take a break and take a break to plan, you know, like, cause just beating yourself up over and over again for not voice training, perhaps not a good strategy. Being kind to yourself and making a constructive plan to voice train, that is a better strategy. But remember, you are not the problem. The strategies are the problem. So if what you're trying is not leading you to results because it's not like working with your brain chemistry and you're not practicing, just blame the process and then change the process, okay? Don't waste time blaming yourself.
You pulled genuine tips out of like the most common trans meme anyone finds on this topic.
This is not my first rodeo. Next, section 3, the trans femme singularity. Here we go. I'm sure this is why we're wearing the anxiety tee today.
Yeah.
By the way, if you like this shirt, I have a little link below, an affiliate link. Not sponsored, but Occupied Mind is a really cool, queer, woman-owned Canadian brand, so check them out. Okay, on to the memes. What gives people feelings of power? Money, status, being able to control the residents to sound more femme. That does make me feel powerful, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like just being able to whatever I want, sound more feminine. It is fun. Okay, now we got a little brain to galaxy brain meme. 1, voice training to fight dysphoria. Practical. 2, voice training so you can pass. Not my favorite, as you all know. Don't let cis people dictate your happiness. 3, voice training so you can sing along to churches. Is that a band?
Yes.
Oh God, people are gonna find out I'm not cool, T.
I feel like the churches to gamer pipeline is very strong, so that would explain that.
All right, fair enough. 4, galaxy brain, voice training so you can lure passing sailors to their death. Now we're talking. The real best reason to voice train. Oh my God. Okay, next. Voice feminization. This is a Spider-Man, all the Spider-Mans pointing at each other meme.
Desperado Mexican standoff.
Is that what that is? Okay. All right, so voice feminization. 1, voice actors, D&D players, trans girls. We're all learning to voice train, people. No wrong reason. Sometimes if you ever like go through my comment section, you see people say things like, I'm not trans, but I'm not trans, but I'm. So many people love to say they're not trans, but they're voice training. And I always reply with the same thing. No wrong reason to voice train.
Yeah.
Or gender-affirming care is for everybody. So get into it. Get into it. Okay, now we have a dog, the dog with the human hand making the dog angry meme. So please, femme voice, no vocal train, only magical femme voice. Yes, I know. Nobody, well, I don't want to say nobody wants to train, because actually I love like doing voice training with people, and I've seen how much joy the process can bring. So if you're like resisting voice training because you just want the results, I promise you the training can be fun and cool and exciting. Like the actual work can be fun and cool and exciting if you romanticize your life. Get into it, I promise. Oh, we got another one. Same meme, the dog. Please girl voice? No voice training, only girl voice. Okay, same notes. Next. What, how many of these are there?
I found all 3 of these on multiple subreddits.
Please girl voice? No voice training, only girl voice. Listen, some people can do it without any voice training, but everybody else needs voice training. Have fun, it can be fun. Next, oh, we got Z, my favorite. I'll start tomorrow. Oh no. Look, there's no wrong time to start. It's never too late to start voice training. It will always be there when you're ready. But if you're worried about starting, you're putting it off, I don't know, maybe let's talk about it in the comments. I want to hear what are the blocks. Actually, this was why I made mindful voice feminization, by the way, which is my voice feminization course, is that I know that the psychological blocks are a huge part of voice feminization. So I made like, I don't know, how many, what's 6 times 5? 30? I made like 30 journal prompts to help work through this exact thing that we're seeing here. So,
Just because it's touchy-feely doesn't mean it's not important.
I say that every day. Lots of touchy-feely things are important. Okay, next. Sad about manly voice, wants to do voice training, sees no progress after 5 minutes, gives up on voice training. Oh my God. This is designed to hurt me, I think. I feel offended, affronted.
I trimmed down this type of meme, this topic of memes so much.
Yeah. You know, we just recorded, because as I said, we record like a bunch of videos at a time. We just recorded the tier listing video. I'm not sure if that's coming up before or after this, but one of the biggest mistakes is expecting too much too fast. It takes time. Like when I first started to learn how to sing, and I was very bad, by the way, when I first started singing. Like, I just have this core memory of being in the car next to my dad and like being 14 or 15 and just wailing at the top of my lungs to the song, and him being like, okay, nice. And it took me like 5 years before I felt like I could reliably control my voice. And in the interim time, like from starting to that 5-year point, every time I opened my mouth, I was like, what is gonna happen today? And I just didn't know. 5 years seems like a long time, but look, the time's gonna pass anyway. So you might as well just put the work in and have fun. All right, next. Where are we at with this? Oh my God, we're only halfway. Okay, I'll be faster. Okay, we got GRU, start voice training. The techniques I learned in convent school for singing in the choir really help. I pass on the phone with no problems. No one takes me seriously anymore. Pretend to forward your problems to a boss and agree with yourself using your deep voice.
Impersonate as though you had a boss. Like if someone's like, I want to speak to your manager, just switch up your voice.
I should do that.
That is a powerful strat.
I mean,
like,
nobody's ever asked to speak to the manager.
Yeah, and you don't even have to do it with an opposite gender voice. Like just do the Maria Bamford.
Hi. This is hilarious. Okay, we said lightning round here.
Yeah.
We got Jack Sparrow. Pharmacy called to inform me that my E arrived. Sir, tell your wife to come and pick it up. God, cis people, get it together. Mm-hmm. Next. Hello, madam. Hello, can I? Oh, sorry, sir. Can I take your order? I got nothing to say. I just need cis people to collect their people, you know? Mm-hmm. Teacher on online class. Dead name, your voice is so manly now. Fragile mental health. Now that's a lot of damage. Ew. Ugh. Okay, next. Hello, what can I get you? Didn't start voice training yet. Do you still have garlic bread? Sure do. I'll take your entire stock, please. Why the she's staring at me? You don't know why. Could be any number of reasons. It doesn't have to be about your voice.
That's true. That can be the power of looking alternative, is you have multiple reasons they could be looking at you weird.
Next. Okay, I'm gonna find my voice to make it more femme. Damn, my voice got hands and sounds terrible no matter what I do. No.
Just keep working.
Just keep going. How many rounds can it take, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Could you pass me my water bottle?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's the big giant one on the... Okay, next. We've got the girl with the bow doing the finger guns this time. Might as well try some voice training online. So for the larynx, breathe in and out. What? It's surprisingly hard to do. The instructor's voice passes quite well. Not like mine though. How the am I supposed to do this? I'm basically hyperventilating and making sounds like a distressed seal. How the hell will I pass? Okay, I will admit that sometimes it does sound like making sounds like a distressed seal. That's not wrong.
Sometimes distress seal is part of the journey.
Often. But for the larynx, breathe. Anyway, I'm not going to analyze. We got to move on. There's too much to unpack with this meme. Next, happy face. I can do a femme voice that kind of makes me sound like Fluttershy, classic. Less happy face. It takes a lot of effort. It's kind of exhausting to use. Worried face. I have to talk a lot while I'm at work and the job is already exhausting. Even less happy face. Or more worried face. It's super noisy there too. So even if I had the energy to use my femme voice, nobody can hear me. I'm sorry. But don't let yourself ruminate, okay? Just because something feels like, you know, like something that is worrying you now, but the rest of time, if you right now can make a femme voice that kind of makes you sound like Fluttershy, that's a win. Celebrate that. Don't worry about the rest of your life. You only approach that day by day anyway, okay?
And using that voice that you already have will only train the muscles more and help in some ways.
You got that right, T. Next, frick voice training. How the do you scream and laugh and giggle like a little girl? Or like a girl, rather. We're gonna talk about it. I just finished filming a video called How to Shout, Laugh, and Cough Like a Dude, and if y'all want, I can make the equivalent for like a girl. I just had to pick one, so I picked the dude one. Let me know, are you interested? I'll make that video, comment below. So 21.
So got to 21 minutes in that video, happy.
Got to 30 seconds of vocal fullness, resonance, and weight. Is your voice too buzzy or too hollow? Yeah, okay, this meme is so relatable because the voice feminization for beginners video, which we've all seen, it's great and it's easy to follow and you'll probably get some really good results from it. But the vocal fullness video, that is like a 201 topic. It is more challenging. Don't go there yet. If you only get through 30 seconds and you're like totally overwhelmed, just come back to it in a year. Look, the time is gonna pass anyway, like I already said. So you can work on one thing and then if like down the road, your ears have kind of developed a little more, you can hear things with more nuance. When you come back to this video on vocal fullness, you'll be able to hear things and understand things a little bit better. So don't write it off because the first time you watched it, you didn't understand. Like I had to watch some of her content multiple times to really get it, you know? Were you gonna say something, T?
Yeah, I was also gonna say, like, developing the ear is actually very important in a way that people don't understand. And I mean, I understand too, because you just wanna have a voice that fixes the problem. But speaking as someone with a degree in film,
See, I went to university.
like...
No kidding, you think?
Yeah, when you're learning how to do sound, like, you do exercises where you literally go and stand in different areas and you close your eyes and you just try and pick out what all of the elements of that soundscape are. And there are elements of that apply to the voice too. Like you need to know what you're listening to.
Exactly, yeah. And your ears, I will say this also, your ears will develop faster than your abilities will, which makes you feel like you're getting worse actually. And this is a super common part of voice training is that, you know, you start to get better, suddenly you're hearing things and all of a sudden you're like, am I actually doing worse than ever before? But no, your ears have just developed faster than your abilities and then your abilities will catch up. But it does feel bad, I will say that. Next, another galaxy brain meme. Figuring out how to sound like a girl, little brain. Figuring out how to laugh while still in girl voice, bigger brain. Figuring out how to cough/sneeze and remain adorable, big brain. Figuring out how to quote a man from a movie while trying to sound more masculine but still like a girl without using your chest voice, galaxy brain. That is actually amazing. I love this. There's so many levels to that.
I thought you would really like
I really like that one. Thank you. Deep. All right, next. Oh, last section.
Yeah.
Voice training solipsism. Oh boy. Here we go, section 4.
I thought I had, zoomed this text
No,
in
I can.
on another. Okay.
I can read it. Don't worry. Put your hand on your chest when you voice train. That way you can tell if you're doing your resonance right when speaking femininely or masculinely. You know you have your resonance if you feel your chest vibrating a whole lot when trying to speak femininely. And this works counter ways. When speaking in a masculine manner, you want your chest to vibrate as much as possible while speaking. Remember though, the goal when speaking femininely is not to have zero vibration in your chest. The goal is to decrease it without speaking in a falsetto. I kind of don't agree with this.
I'm glad. I wanted you to see and say, because this was one of the most popular advice-based memes that I had seen.
Like, I get it because there's something, I don't know, I don't talk about this very often because it's a little contentious, but sometimes we think of secondary resonance, and I don't like to use that phrase because it really confuses things with the resonance that we think of, like brightness and darkness. But secondary resonance is like the sympathetic vibrations of bones and muscles in your body. And if you have like more rumbly voice, you'll feel more secondary resonance in your chest and in your abdomen and things like that. And if you're speaking really high and bright, you're supposed to feel less. I mean, I do feel like less vibration when I'm speaking brighter and higher in my chest. But I still feel some, right? Because that's speaking. There's one exercise I learned a long time ago called like an internal body massage, where we started with different vowel sounds that you sort of felt all through your body. And it started up here with like, I don't really feel it like I used to. There we go. And then, and then, ma, and then, but like you feel the vibration of your voice in lots of different places in your body. So I don't think, and this is just not necessarily going to work for everybody. You'll still feel some vibrations in your chest, kind of no matter where you're speaking, but you might feel less or you might, I don't know, it's different for everybody. Just take this with a grain of salt is all I'm trying to say. Okay, next. You're trying to piss me off today, T. Next. Philosophical question. Is a girl with a daddy voice a mommy? Can't answer that. I am both daddy and mommy. This is from Natalie at trans something. Trans voice training. You need to maintain a nasally florp frequency. What? You know, a florp frequency. Blurgle it. How? Rembleize the herbal trumpet way. You what, mate? From sleek quingle chibbins good oh my god, you'll feel it in your head. Oh no. Oh, this is how people really feel, I guess, about voice training.
My guess is that's a meme that's very popular when you're first getting into it, because there is a lot of jargon, very understandably, because you need to know how to describe all of these things.
It's so true. And I will say that that is what I think my strength is as a teacher. Like, I've always had an ability to really simplify ideas to make them understandable and to explain things in a variety of ways so that if one way is not resonating with you, then another way might. But I still get things in my comments like, I really don't understand this or that. And actually, I love receiving comments like that because it forces me to find better and more creative ways of explaining concepts. So please tell me if you don't understand something I've explained in my videos, and especially if you're in my courses, which people email me all the time asking for clarification. So I love receiving that kind of thing. Please, I want to make it easier to understand. So yeah, it can really go from like very simplified to very complicated, and whatever empowers you is where you should live. Like if a lot of information is empowering and helps you understand, read an anatomy textbook. And if you want like a more concrete and easy to understand way, then sign up for my courses, because I think I do a pretty good job.
That's also why it's important to have different people teaching this to reach different people who need different things.
Exactly.
Just like one would hope in some reality the education system will become.
We can hope.
We can hope.
Oh God, we've got a what do you call this? Alignment.
Alignment chart.
Alignment chart. So we'll start with lawful good, training with a coach. Great. Neutral good, getting a friend's advice. Chaotic good, just winging it, sure. Lawful neutral, normal structured voice training alone. True neutral, your natural voice is fine. Actually, I think that's evil. So evil.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't know. It's evil to think your own natural voice is fine. It's evil to tell somebody who is saying they want to voice train that their natural voice is fine.
Yeah, no, that's an obvious faux pas. Don't tell someone, but it's already fine.
It's actually not an obvious faux pas. People think it's empowering when like someone says, oh, I want facial feminization surgery, to be like, oh, you're so beautiful.
Oh, I know.
They're telling you they want to change, Mary. Just say, oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Anyway, that pisses me off. Chaotic neutral. Training with people who don't know you're trans. Lawful evil, learning sign language. I can't with this. Neutral evil, training mid-conversation. Mwah! I don't think that's evil. I think that's great.
Switch evil and neutral on the...
I think so, yeah. Exactly. Chaotic evil, training in front of transphobes. That's, slash unsupportive people. I think there needs to be like a dangerous part of this alignment chart.
I feel like chaotic in this could just be the more dangerous.
Yeah, literally. All right, how many more do we have? 2 more. Thank you, T, for putting this all together, by the way.
No problem.
You're amazing. Oh, we've got Terminator, or what? I don't know who this is. What's this person's?
I don't know. I think this is just a really common meme format piece of art. So a little girl under the table Terminator out there.
Above, okay. So Terminator is my voice dysphoria keeping me from even trying. The little girl, me wanting to try to be a Twitch streamer, whatever you need for motivation. I actually think that's a fire piece of motivation. This has been amazing. Thank you so much, T, for putting this together. Thank you all for watching. If you have other memes that you want me to see or you want to share with the community here, pop them in the comments and we can all have a good hee ha ha fun time. Follow, like, subscribe for more trans voice content. Usually my content is more educational than this. And
you got some education.
We did some education today.
You gotta do outreach.
That's right. Well, look, that is all for today. I've been Renee, and in some way, I hope this helped.